Well, hello everyone. This is CB Smallwood. You may know me as the creator of Wildcat, Monster Patrol, also a public domain character that I've been reviving, a Super American, and the host of Sketching Past Midnight Live, among other things. And if you don't know me at all, that's fine, because today I'm going to be showing you how to draw women using the Thunderbolt method. Okay, so this is going to be a lesson where I'm just going to show you the simple, kind of like skeletal, watch me use big words I have no comprehension of. Just laying down the foundation of how I think to get started on drawing beautiful women. Now, if you've not seen the video that I've done before, or if you watch this and you like this video and you want to see the prior video on how to draw sexy women, where I show you how to use the vampire tooth method, I recommend that you check that out. You can find me on YouTube and on Odyssey. And let's go ahead and get started. So, as you can see here, we've got the Thunderbolt shape. And what I tend to do is as I outline this shape. Now, this is going to be kind of a side view on how to draw a certain pose. And the more you lean these lines back, the more her upper torso is going to lean back. Now, for this lesson, I'm just going to be focusing from the knees on top of the head. Also, another tip, I also draw these lines a little bit longer than what is recommended. And the reason I do that is so I have more room to work from. And also, if I was using a pencil, I would use my eraser an awful lot, because trust me, the eraser is my best friend. It is what makes me look halfway decent. But unfortunately, you seeing me raw and as untalented as I am with the marker. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to crudely draw in the breast on this figure, the boobs. And I usually leave like a little bit of space from right underneath the boob line and right where the rib cage kind of ends, where it has that opening into the abs. Here we're going to draw the sideline. So we start from this little point here, right? And we're going to go up, and of course the shoulders are going to be right about here, and I'm going to draw a floating head, triangle down, triangle, triangle, and there you go. We've already, I'm going to draw this little hump here. That's going to be another shoulder. And again, this would look better if I had a pencil and I could erase and I had time to work. So this, we're going to smooth this out, and this is going to be the butt line. And this is going to be a leg, a thigh. We can also just fill that in. And then we've got that. And there. I'm trying to correct this as I go, because there's a few anatomical mistakes here and there. All right, let's try this again. Now, one thing I'd like to point out, and this is not something that I'm currently doing because I'm trying to show you this method that can be used, I think, really to your success, is you want to get out your women reference. You want to find either use real poses from real women from magazines and photos, the internet, or look up your favorite artists like Arthur Adams, J. Scott Campbell, Joe Mad, yeah, just whoever you think draws good women. And you're going to want to pull out those references beforehand, pick one, and look for one that has the kind of pose that you want, that's a little bit shifted to the side. And you'll see this a lot, this particular pose. Okay. And usually, you know, once you kind of get all these things drawn in, you're going to take an eraser, get rid of all your extra lines. You're going to smooth things out. So you start out with these sharp edges, and then you're going to start to round all the corners where everything is sharp. And of course, your center line, like her center line on here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it with a pencil, because that's the whole reason I'm using a marker. Her center line for her body is right here, going right in between her boobs down to her pelvic region. Okay. Now the center line on the head does not always follow the torso, and so, you know, we can have her looking over here in this direction. Okay. So wherever you put that center line, you know, if it's straight down the middle, that means she's looking at you. You tilt it to the right, she's looking that way. You tilt it this way, she's looking to the left. Okay. And I'll show you one more time. Again, this is a really simple thing, and I promise you, if you look up J. Scott Campbell, Arthur Adams, Joe Mad, whoever your favorite artist that you feel draws really beautiful women, you find a pose that's kind of similar. Look at that reference, have it pulled up, use this lightning bolt method, and really apply it. And I think you'll start to see that there's some merit to what it is that I'm trying to show you. And I know some of you will think this is really crude, which of course it is. All art is really crude when you first start working with it, because it never looks like much when you first get started. But the more you tinker with it, there's a shoulder, the more you tinker with it, better it starts to look, or sometimes in this case worse. That's okay, that's all right. And this time I'm going to do like a little small deal here, and I don't know what the crap, maybe I'm going to do this. Probably shouldn't have done that line. If I had an eraser, I'd get rid of that. But you know what, I can pretend maybe there's a shadow, kind of fix it that way. So anyway, yeah, I've seen poses like this. Right? You've seen that before. Let's see. And I've been cheating. I've been drawing the hand to the side there. So I'm going to kind of throw this arm out, and maybe she's kind of doing a wave. I don't know. And hand on her hip, hand on her butt, whatever. So there you go. That's pretty much the Thunderbolt method in a nutshell. I know it doesn't look like much, but I promise you, if you try this, you will get good results from this. You will draw, I think, some pretty good looking women using it. It's not going to look like much starting out, because again, these are sketches, but very quickly we start out with our Thunderbolt. You don't want to lean too far back with it, because it will look a little too hyper exaggerated. But then if that's your art style and if it looks cool, that's fine. But if your Thunderbolt is a little too, you know, it tends to go off the rails. So you start out with your Thunderbolt. I like to do extra long lines. And then the very next thing I like to do is I like to put in the boobs. I leave a space, probably about that much between the boobs and the emptiness of the rib cage. You don't have to do that part, but it helps. It helps to see that. Starting from here, we put this line through here, so it kind of shows that she is tilted. Draw the circle to indicate where the shoulder is going. I like to put a little shoulder over here. draw a floating head. See how there's a distance between the boob and I think the end of the rib cage right there. Kind of do the same thing. Maybe make it a little bit longer between the floating head and the upper torso. Triangle down, boom, boom, triangle, triangle. And let's see. There we go. Just round it all out. I'll put a shadow here for no reason. Whatever. Yeah, I'll pretend. Maybe she's got her other hand here. That looks bad. Gubbed it up pretty bad. But you get the idea. And that's the whole point. So that's the idea that I really want to get across to you. That this is really simple. You know, it's not complicated. It doesn't have to be. This is what you use starting out, and of course, once you get the frame and the body together, you'll erase a lot of this, and then you'll start to draw it more eloquently and with details and all this other stuff that'll make it really pop and look good. So if you found this video helpful in any way, please like, follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because I really appreciate it and really need the help in that regards. And also please consider following me and joining my mailing list on my website, newempirecomics.com. And I also have a Indiegogo at the time for my Wildcat anthology comic book featuring 6 or 7 great creative teams from indie comics that are working on my character Wildcat in this anthology. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my How to Draw Women, the Vampire Tooth Method, if you found this helpful. And as always, I encourage you guys to be the tide that rises all ships, to be the change that you want to see, and to carpe diem, my friends. And until next time, this is CB Smallwood saying, I will see you in the next video.